After watching two wrestling shows in a row, I guess we kick it off with NXT tonight in this review. Super Tuesday. Folks, Super Tuesday. And I'm sure the biggest match that everyone's going to be talking about was the Fatal 4-Way Iron Man match to crown a new NXT champion since it was vacated last week by Cross and everything. What was going to happen tonight in this Super Tuesday edition of NXT. But we still had some other matches to get through before we even got to the main event for that whole hour. We did kick it off, though, with a street fight, six-man tag. Breezango and Swerve versus Legado del Fantasma. Good opener, I will say that. A good street fight, nothing bad, anything. Like I said, these guys beat the crap out of each other with weapons. That's all I can really say from this. And it was a really good match, too. Now I know Imperium came out, which honestly I thought they sent Imperium back to the UK already because they gotta get ready to do the whole NXT UK show, which I will say the set looks really nice over there. Looking at some of the video and pictures today, but they came out beating up Breezango. They basically looked at Legado del Fantasma. They started beating up Tyler Breeze on the outside, and when they got him back in the ring, it was a 5-on-1, but Swerve and Fandango brought in a giant forklift after they were thrown into the crowd. They were on, I don't know who drove them there, but they were on the forklift. They both jumped off of them, landed on everybody in the ring. Tyler Breeze and Fandango pretty much dove onto Imperium and Legado del Fantasma to the outside. Swerve ended up pinning Escobar with the JML driver for the win. So I'm assuming Swerve's going to get another title shot sooner or later since this feud is still going. He got his win back after last week. But an okay street fight, pretty much a good opener and whatnot, I will say. Like I said, it's a good opener. It's not much I can really take from this. Like I said, I'm assuming it's going to be a rematch soon for the Cruiserweight title, and Imperium, they're still around, so I guess they still want a rematch for those tag titles. Expect a triple threat tag match as Legado del Fantasma still in the fold of this too, because I didn't really think Imperium was still going to be around, so I'm assuming they're going to get their rematch sooner or later from this. But, good street fight for the beginning of the show. They had another Tegan Nox and Candice LeRae promo and everything before they went to Candice LeRae to go against Kacy Catanzaro. Nothing much to say from here. Kacy won with her curb stomp, grabbing like the arms and everything for the win, but Candice LeRae pretty much spoke after, talking about she wanted to make things better with Tegan, wanted to sit down, hash it out, let's see what goes from there. So Candice LeRae invited Tegan Nox to her house next week for dinner to talk things out. So I guess we're going to get another dinner with Gargano segment, except Tegan Nox will be there with Candice LeRae. We'll see where this goes, okay? We'll see where it goes. Rhea Ripley was in the back talking about Mercedes Martinez and talking about her and the Robert Stone brand, that she's challenged Martinez to a cage match, which she has accepted for next week, which that should be really good. Next, the Colossal Bronson Reed. I guess they're not calling him the Thick Boy anymore since they've overdone that to death. And Thick Boy still kind of sounds weird, going against Timothy Thatcher out there. Good match, I will say that. Colossal does sound a little bit better if they don't beat it into the ground, as my friend Steven said tonight. Just don't say it a whole bunch of times and everything. But I'm cool with this name other than Thick Boy. A good match. It ended up with Austin Theory coming out, attacking Bronson Reed from behind, throwing him back in, and Thatcher ended up hitting the Fujiwara armbar for the win, having Reed tap out. So I will say at least Thatcher did get a win right here. We haven't really seen him with a win in a while, I feel like, and he did lose to Balor recently, so him getting a win over Reed was good. Reed was protected though, so he's still in he's in a feud now with Austin Theory, so we'll see what happens from there. But other than the first half part of this show, we go to the main event. Fatal 4-Way Iron Man match, 60-minute time limit. And listen, I'm not about to go through every move in this match, because it was a whole hour of this. And I like this match too, don't get me wrong. This is a very good Fatal 4-Way. This is a very good Iron Man match. No, I don't have that much, well, maybe I don't have a lot bad to say about it, but there are still some problems to say throughout this match. It was good. I liked a lot of moves throughout here. I know it got really long throughout the beginning, though, and I wouldn't say we're going to go to a finisher fest, but I think one of the best moments throughout there was what? I know they probably was going to have Gargano and Ciampa kind of work together when they had a stare down, but Balor and Cole threw them out, and they put up the Too Sweet hand sign in, since they were both former leaders of the Bullet Club and whatnot, but Balor ended up turning on Cole, throwing him out there, pretty much diving, throwing to the turnbuckle, and, pretty much hitting the shotgun drop kick on him. Balor hit the coup de grace on Adam Cole, pretty much getting the first point throughout this match from almost, how long was it? Almost like to the 30-minute, maybe 20-minute mark they were at, until someone had got the first fall from this. Now, this is where I felt like they were starting to do rapid pins then, okay? Because throughout maybe 20, 30 minutes of this match, you just got mostly wrestling from this, and that's what it is, but you just got these guys beating the hell out of each other throughout this match. But Balor got the first win. Then, soon enough, pretty much as quick as possible, Tommaso Ciampa hits the fairy tale ending onto Balor. But Johnny Gargano ended up throwing Ciampa to the outside of the ring and pretty much pinning Balor. He gets the next point. Soon right after, Adam Cole just starts super kicking the hell out of everybody in the ring. Hits the Panama Sunrise on Johnny Gargano. He gets a pinfall. Tommaso Ciampa, soon enough, hits the Willow's Bell onto both, I think it was Cole and Gargano. But he ended up hitting the fairy tale ending onto Cole for the win. So now it's 1-1-1. Everybody's all got one, okay? Everybody's got one. And listen, throughout most of this match, like I said before, everybody's trying to get their finish in. And trust me, there's going to be some problems throughout this match because everybody, like I said, they're all trying to get everybody's trying to get their win and trying to get their finish. And the biggest gripe throughout this entire Fatal 4-Way was this. Too many commercial breaks. That's the biggest problem throughout this entire match, all right? And I swear I counted like maybe 10 commercials. It's almost like you get 5 minutes of wrestling and then you get almost 7 minutes of commercial. That's what it looked like most of this entire match. Like, commercial, oh, everybody hits some moves. Somebody hits a big move. Oh, commercial. Oh, Johnny Gargano does a tornado DDT on the outside to Balor out there, I believe it was. Oh, commercial. Gotta go 7 minutes with a commercial right here. So it was just so many commercials. It made no sense. And listen, I don't pay attention to all the picture-in-picture parts of this match. So I only saw some of it, but it just kind of got to a point like, oh, commercial, oh, commercial, oh, commercial. We got a big move, commercial. And like I said, Gargano's trying to hit the submission on I think it was like Balor, I believe it was, or Cole. Gargano escaped, but that didn't work. Ciampa's tossing everybody to the outside of the ring then. Ciampa started going for Gargano. He was going to do that whole catapult thing from under the ring, but Cole stopped him. Ciampa pretty much took out Balor, throwing him out of the way, and pretty much going back after Gargano. Gargano tried to hit him with a roll-up. That didn't work. Then we're down to 1 minute. Ciampa hits Gargano, get him onto the top rope, hits him with the big air raid crash, but Balor flies in with the coup de grace on top of Ciampa, pinning him, gets the pinfall, and I'm thinking he's about to win the title with only 10 seconds left. Adam Cole comes in, hits him with the last shot, and gets to 0. So now we have a tie, okay? We now have a tie. And now what do? At the whole Iron Man match, we end up with a tie with 2 guys. So everybody's arguing, and, they're all out there. The wrestling school students saying 1 more hour. But William Regal came in, and this is what we're going to do. Next week, Tuesday again, apparently. I guess NHL's taking over next Wednesday. So Super Tuesday 2 next week. And it's going to be Adam Cole, Finn Balor, NXT title on the line, 1 fall. Okay, now let me go throughout this entire thing. Number 1 with this match, too many commercials. I've already stated that. Way too many commercials. Number 2, this was a good match. I liked it, but someone told me this tonight, and I think this was smart. My friend Kyle, he said this. It was a good match. Yes, it was. But there was suspense that was taken away from this. All right? Because you almost go, what, 30 minutes almost into the match, everybody gets all these rapid pins. You get one win, one win, one win, one win. And then almost for the next 30 minutes, who's going to get that second win? Balor gets the second one, and by the last 10 seconds of the match, and Cole gets the rest of it, finishes in the nick of time. Now, if you could have done something where, okay, someone takes the lead throughout this, like they just beat these guys up, I don't care who it was, but they take the lead, and someone could have made the chase, like that person's in the lead, they're ahead, and somehow, some way, they can get that win, they can get that point, making it more suspenseful. Can they beat the clock in a way and get the most wins before time is up when it comes to an Iron Man match? Some people think of this as maybe a basketball game or something. You're on the losing end, you're down 20, you got 5, maybe 4 minutes in the game left, and somehow the other team messes up and miraculously you come back. And it's happened before in many sports, even wrestling itself. Somehow, some way you come back one way or another and get that point over them to maybe win the game or at least keep up in the lead, keeping pressure on their necks. It's almost like there was no pressure from this in a way. No one was rushing. No one was maybe suspense in this, build up some type of oh man, it's getting excited. Who's going to get the win? This person's in the lead, but is this person going to catch up in that? Okay, what's going to happen? And what gets me is that it's a freaking tie. After you just spent a whole hour watching a match just to get a tie in an Iron Man match, and then you want to do another match next week because, hey, we got to pop a rating next week for NXT, so, hey, let's do it. Let's grab everybody tonight. We'll get ratings for Tuesday. Let's do a whole hour Iron Man match with 4 guys from NXT just to get everybody to pay attention to, and then you give us no winner, just to do another match next week. And listen, Finn Balor's winning that match, okay? My money was on Finn Balor this entire time. I was like, just give him the belt at this point, okay? What was the point of even having a no winner? Because Cole definitely ain't winning next week, okay? Cole just lost the title not that long ago. He was champion for over 400 something days. He don't need the belt again, okay? He really doesn't. So give it to Finn Balor, and I'm sure it'll be a really good match for both of these guys next week. Don't get me wrong. But this is not needed for next Tuesday. But we got to hype the people up because, hey, I guess NHL took over again. So we got to bring in the people next week with some ratings. So we got to call it Super Tuesday 2, folks. Super Tuesday 2. So this Iron Man match is it was good, but there was just a lot of things that were just a lot of problems through this. And I think the finish turned a lot of people the wrong way because just give us a clear-cut winner. Either give us Balor or I would have went with Ciampa. I wouldn't have minded that. I don't know, but just I guess just to add on also, someone brought this up tonight, and this is no knock on the commentary team or anything. I'm assuming Wade Barrett is permanently there now. I'm just gonna assume that. I don't know what the status of his contract is. I don't think this was a one-time deal because Mauro Ranallo is gone from WWE now, and we don't know why he left. It was just said it was just a mutual agreement and whatnot. I said this yesterday. I'm sure he'll have a statement maybe to why he left, but some say they needed him for this match because, he usually brings that oomph to it. He goes over the top. He's going to go crazy when he calls the moves, and he probably was needed for this match, especially for a fatal 4-way. No knock on the commentary team or anything. They did good out there also, but it's like they needed an extra sort of oomph out there to get them going, all right? So this is probably the wrong time for Ranallo to leave, but then again, we haven't seen Mauro Ranallo since TakeOver, so they kind of, I feel like they kind of needed him for this match right here, okay? They really did. But, just looking at this, I just don't really need to see this one-on-one match next week, and it almost feels like you just wasted it feels like you wasted an entire time of your entire hour just to get a winner with no finish. Well, not even a winner, just you this whole Iron Man match, and you get no winner, okay? That's the finish. Like the match, real good match, not hating on that. But a finish though, this finish y'all came up with sounds dumb. You have one match just to set up another match for next week, which obviously we know who's going to win. So I don't want to say my entire time was wasted throughout this. I'm not even going to say the whole main event was lackluster, because some believe that this whole Iron Man match was one of the most boring Iron Man matches they've ever seen. It just didn't bring enough excitement to it between all four of these guys who are supposed to be your top level people in NXT. And this is supposedly like a takeover level match out here too, okay? This wasn't just no regular NXT match. This is supposed to be like takeover level, and it just, they could have done better with it. They really could have. But I think what also hurt this match, like I've said before, the commercials. You get 5 minutes of wrestling, and then you get 7 minutes of commercials. Some say WWE could have just paid USA a little bit more money and put limited commercial time, because that's really what was needed. I don't need to see about literally 10 commercials throughout this entire match, okay? It was nearly 10 of them, and I'm like, oh, commercial, oh, commercial, oh, commercial. And it just got annoying after a while. It really did. And I'm not saying it tuned me out of the match. It just got really, really annoying from this. Okay, so I don't know. I guess they needed something to hype up for Super Tuesday and everything, but I feel like it could have went a different way. And listen, I know WWE, we don't really see a lot of Iron Man matches, especially on TV. Also, I don't remember the last time in WWE wise, not any wrestling company, but just WWE wise. When's the last Iron Man match you really saw on TV, like on a Raw or SmackDown in recent time? And I'm just saying recent time, because I could go way in the past and whatnot. Some say still one of the best Iron Man matches that was actually on TV was Kurt Angle and Brock Lesnar back on SmackDown in what, 03, 02 and whatnot. That's a great match to go back and look at. But think of any other Iron Man match that has been on just the show, not a pay-per-view, but like on like maybe a Raw or SmackDown or whatnot. Even NXT, if that's possible, if you can find it. I don't know. But the fact that this was a fatal 4-way 60-minute Iron Man match, some here will sit there and tell you it was a spot fest, okay? And yes, I could believe that too. Don't get me wrong, I was hyped for this match. I really was. And I liked this match still. I was just disappointed about the finish in this, and that you just had to create another match for next week, okay? That's what just killed the moment. Like, oh, Super Tuesday 2. How many Tuesdays we about to keep doing it every week now? Because I thought this was a one-time deal, but this is now actually 2. But, you know, man, Balor's going to win the belt. I don't see any other way around this, okay? But this in a way was just to grab ratings and almost waste everybody's time out there. And now you have to set up a match for next week. Like I said before, it'll be good. So, yeah. But other than that, man, NXT, when you really could think about NXT tonight, this is the only thing you could really talk about was this fatal 4-way Iron Man match, okay? Like I said, I'm not about to go through every move in this match, like I said in the beginning of this whole review and whatnot, because I feel like I would have had to keep up with too much. And I did keep up, but I'm not about to keep going. There was a lot of cool spots out there. Don't get me wrong. It just, how long is it going to take till any of these guys get the pinfall, okay? And then we just got to go Ty and sudden death rules next week. So when you look at NXT, that's all you can really talk about was the fatal 4-way match itself. All right, now, like I said, there were other little parts on there from the street fight that was pretty good. Reed and Thatcher was okay, just setting up for, Reed and Theory coming up, and I guess Candice LeRae, whatever her dinner segment is going to do. I'm looking forward to that cage match next week, though, with Ripley and Martinez. That should be really good. Real good. But since we got to hype up Super Tuesday next week, I guess they got to pull out whatever top-level match that they can with another NXT title vacant. We still got to crown a new champion, folks. And cage match next week. So tell me what you think about NXT tonight, okay? Because that finish was just bad and disappointing. It really was, and almost a waste of time. I don't know what you thought about it, but that's what I really thought about this whole match itself when it came to this fatal 4-way Iron Man match. Just the way it ended and whatnot, and that you got to set up another match for next week. But other than that, though, that's really mostly I could say about this Super Tuesday 1 edition of NXT. We'll be back with Super Tuesday 2 edition of NXT next week, all right? So, yeah, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter. Tell me, what do you think about NXT tonight? Like I said before, did you hate it? Did you love it? Did you even like this Iron Man match in general? Did you think it could have added more suspense? Did you think it was lackluster? What was your idea? What have you made this NXT title match better, okay? Especially just for a Fatal 4-Way Iron Man. The hype was real out there. It really was. But when it came down to the closing stretch, kills the whole thing and wastes the time through almost the entire hour, okay? So, we'll see what happens next week. I guess we got former Bullet Club leaders fighting each other, all right? So, like I said, you already know who my money is on next week for NXT. So, yeah. Other than that, though, I'm out of here. I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Be back later with an Impact review.